Welcome back to another episode of Local Search Tuesdays. This week I'm sharing the news about another Google update coming in a few weeks. I'm not sure why, but it looks like July is a big month for Google. Last year in July, we had the rollout of GA4. This year, like I mentioned in last week's episode, Google is going to delete all of the historical data in the old version of Analytics on July 1st. And now we have another important update, at least for some sites, happening on July 5th. Sites that don't work on mobile devices will no longer be indexed after July 5th. Google started Mobilegeddon, the switch to mobile-first indexing, way back in 2016. Announcements were made last fall that the process was finally finished, but apparently that wasn't true. According to a post on the Google blog on June 3rd, there were still some sites that were being crawled with the desktop version of Googlebot. But after July 5th, Google will only use the smartphone version of Googlebot to index sites. For most of you watching, this won't even matter because you likely already have a responsive website. But if you have an older site that isn't accessible on a mobile device, your content won't be indexable and you will no longer be able to show in search results. This doesn't mean you won't get indexed if you're not mobile friendly. It means you won't get indexed if your site doesn't load on a mobile device. If you're worried you might be in trouble, just jump into the URL inspection tool in Search Console and make sure that your site is rendered. That's all the time we've got left for this week's episode. So you know what that means. Put your hand on the screen right here. We totally just high-fived because you learned something awesome. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week for another episode of Local Search Tuesdays.